Hello, have you ever heard of a lithium-ion battery? Have an electric car. Well, electric cars run on lithium-ion batteries. But why are they so expensive, and how do they work?
Let's start with what they're made of. First is a sheet of copper to conduct electrons. Then a sheet of graphite with a hexagonal crystal structure in parallel levels that holds the ions like a parkade. Then there's the separator, which is a plastic and it's essential to making sure the battery doesn't short circuit. It's microporous, which means that only ions can pass through and not electrons. Now we have the metal oxide, which has a pure crystal structure and large amounts of lithium. This is where the money comes in. Lithium occurs in large amounts, but not in its elemental form, so it's in low concentrations, which makes it expensive to mine, but the battery wouldn't be nearly as effective without it because of its ability to lose electrons so easily. Finally, we have a sheet of aluminum used to conduct electrons on the other side.
But how do you charge one?
Remember when I said the aluminum and the copper conduct electrons? But where do they get them from? Lithium has 3 electrons, so it tries to lose one. When it's successful, it turns into an ion, with an electron separately. Because of its lack of an electron, the ions are very unstable until they're joined to the metal oxide. The ions are positively charged, and the electrons are negatively charged by nature. Now, one important thing about the separator is that no electrons can pass through, so when you hook up a charger, the electrons are attracted to the positive side and move along the top through the charger to the graphite parkade. The ions, being positive, want to hang out in the negative parkade, so they travel through the separator. The battery is now charged and ready.
How do they power things?
Well, the electrons don't feel very comfortable in the negative parkade because they are negative and opposites attract. So they make their way across the load once it's hooked up. This powers the load and they end up back in the metal oxide. Now remember, the ions are very unstable unless they're in the metal oxide, so they travel through the separator to get back to it. This resets the battery and now it's ready to be charged again.
Whoa, so that's how they work.
It is indeed. Now you'll know how electric cars, laser pointers, and other things that are powered by lithium-ion batteries work.